Hey guys, Andrew McFarland here from StartAJuiceBar.com. Hope you're feeling amazing. And today we are talking about starting your juice business from home. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has liked the videos. If you like the videos, this is a reminder, press the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, always appreciate hearing from you guys to figure out what kind of content you guys would like us to create, and also just love hearing that you guys appreciate the videos. So moving on to today's topic, I was inspired to make this video, like so many other videos that I've made on this channel, as a response to things that I see and hear coming up often. And naturally, a lot of people and a lot of you guys out there who are considering starting juice bar businesses are thinking about starting small, and that might mean starting from home in some situations. And so I just want to address this conversation so that, one, you guys, if you are going to go through this route, you do it in the right way, and two, that you don't have any misconceptions about it and don't make any mistakes, because there are potential pitfalls and things that you really want to avoid, if not avoiding this altogether, when it comes to considering this approach. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is that depending on where you are, I know a lot of people that watch this channel are in different countries and in different states, and so some things may or may not apply to you. But for the most part, if you are in the United States or other countries, there could be a lot of regulation around you starting your business from your home, right? Most of the time, in most states in the US, it is not legal to make fresh food products from your home. Now, some states have different laws, and so you're going to want to have to check with your county to make sure whether or not this is something that you can legally do, because the last thing that I want is for you guys to get in trouble and have your business stopped before it starts because you're doing something that maybe the government or other people do not approve of, health department included. So that's the first thing. Find out legally if you can do it. The second thing is that, which is a big issue and hindrance, is that most people's kitchens at home or in their apartment aren't built for the production levels that any standard juice bar is going to have. So you guys may have heard me talk about this in other videos, but when you're in food service, you are in the high volume, low margin business, meaning that you have to sell a lot of product, so you have to get to high volumes in order to make a significant income, because you only have a small margin of profit on each product. And that's okay, that's the nature of the industry, but you have to be aware of that to make sure you do get to that scale. And one of the big misconceptions that I see is a lot of people believe that, okay, I'm going to start my business from home, I'm going to start selling some juices, and then eventually I'm going to save up some money and I'm going to start a truck, or I'm going to go to farmers market, so I'm going to open up a store 6 months later or a year later or whatever the number is. But the reality of the situation is that you'll almost never, and when I say almost never, I mean 95% of the time, you'll almost never save up enough money making juices out of your house to open up a brick and mortar store. And even if you do, it's going to take you a very, very, very long time. And when I say that, I mean upwards of 3, 5, and maybe even towards 10 years, because your home kitchen is not built for doing really high volume sales. Most people don't even have enough refrigeration space for the stuff that they purchase for their family, much less to run a full-on, juice bar out of their home. The other thing is countertop space, storage space. It's usually, if you've never run a juice bar or worked inside of one, you don't really have the ability to fathom what kind of scale of produce you're talking about on a regular basis. And so, thing that people don't get, like I said, they don't understand the volume, and they believe that they can save all this money, and they don't realize that most businesses that you see that are out there that are at any reasonable scale have been financed through investors. And so at some stage, regardless, you're going to need to go to banks or go to investors to raise the money that you need for this business, whether you start from home or not. And so if that's the case, usually we recommend that our clients just focus on having us help them with their business plan so that they can then take it to banks or investors and save themselves the time and energy from that 6 months to a year to 2 years from working at home and getting stuck in this loop of continuing to need to make juice for clients that they might have, but it's not making them enough money to actually save up to buy more juice or to open a store. And so it becomes this catch-22. And I've seen people who have called me after doing this for a year that get burnt out. And I usually tell them, you need to stop doing this because you need to have the bandwidth to focus on really scaling your business upwards. So what is the benefit and why would you ever consider doing this? Well, in most situations, in 8 out of 10 situations, I would say don't do this actually. If you are in a place where maybe you're in a country where 1, it is legal, or 2, you use this strategy to attract a customer base and clientele to have a proof of concept, and you can't first find money through investors, then this is a route that you can take. But once again, you're going to have to use this to find money anyway. So I usually just suggest, hey, go straight to the source, try to raise the money that you need. If you can't do it, and then you have the option to make juices from your home or smoothies from your home, then go ahead and take that route and use that as a way to attract investors later on and build your customer base. But do not believe that when you start from home, you're going to save up enough money in any reasonable period of time to then open up a truck, which is going to take, cost somewhere between $25,000, $30,000 to $50,000, or to open up a store, which is going to cost anywhere from, on the low side, $100,000 upwards, maybe $250,000 or more. There are always rare situations and anomalies, but these are the average numbers that I'm talking about. And so, yes, there is some benefit from starting from home, but usually it's a route you're going to want to avoid because it's just going to really drain your energy, not make you enough money, and then take you more time than it's needed to eventually get to that ultimate goal, which is going to be to open up a storefront or have a larger scale business. So I hope this doesn't burst anybody's bubble, but it's really important that you save yourself this time. And trust me, because I've been there, realize that you're not saving yourself any risk by starting small, because sometimes that is the other idea people have, and they say, well, I'm going to start small because I want to prove my concept out. Yes, to a certain degree, it could do that, but sometimes the reason that your business concept may not work is because you didn't put your best foot forward. People aren't going to invest the same amount of money in a product that they know some friend is making out of their home as they are when they go to a storefront and purchase a product there. It's a different psychology. Now, granted, in both situations you're selling juice, but it isn't the same, right? The level of brand trust that you're going to have when you open a storefront is different, and therefore people are going to invest more money. So you're not always going to get the same kind of feedback that you will with a storefront. So that being said, and that being the case, if you guys do need support and you are struggling to get to that next step, and maybe you're scared or maybe you're overwhelmed by all the steps that you need to take, and you do ultimately want to open a store and want to raise money, and you want to talk about how we can support you with raising money through building out a business plan for your business, feel free to reach me personally at Andrew@StartAJuiceBar.com. We can discuss this and get you on the right track and save you that time, that energy, that money, that headache from doing things the wrong way. And so clearly this is something I've seen and I'm very passionate about. But once again, I'm sorry, I hope this doesn't burst anybody's bubble, but I do want to make sure you guys aren't wasting any energy in this process, which is why I'm here, which is why this channel exists. So as always, wishing you guys a lot of success. This is Andrew with StartAJuiceBar.com. If you like the video and you haven't pressed the thumbs up button yet, go ahead and do so. If you aren't subscribed to the channel and you want to subscribe, do that. If you're not getting the notifications, press the notification bell next to the subscribe button, which will notify you anytime we put out new content. If you're not listening to our podcast, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's also on our website. You can find all the episodes there. And if you're not following us on Instagram, definitely follow us on Instagram at StartAJuiceBar. And as always, wishing you guys a lot of success. This is Andrew McFarlane with StartAJuiceBar.com, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Hope you guys have been enjoying the video content. For those of you who are not sure what the next steps are, but are really inspired to get your juice business off the ground, we have, for you, created this free ebook, The 15 Steps to Starting Your Juice Business from Scratch. There's a link in the description below, and that will walk you through the step-by-step process of how to go from the beginning and just having an idea to all the things that you need to do to open up your business and launch. Beyond that, if you want to go even deeper, there is an opportunity. We have created an online course, which is also linked in the description below, which is a more detailed and granular offering to give you a deeper understanding of everything that you need to do to go from A to Z. So I hope you guys enjoy these resources, and I look forward to seeing you guys launch your businesses, and I'll see you guys at the next video.